You and everybody else has also figured it out for some people in some situations. But we don't have a map that this is how it is going to
That's it. And the other thing about the day forward is, which is very special, I think, is that in this coming day forward, it is not about, analyzing you. It's not about figuring you out. It's not about going deep into, what happened and why it happened and none of that.
None of that.
None of that.
Okay. Just the access.
Just now.
Okay.
And now what?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think.
Then my life is sorted.
Achha.
So I haven't written that, but if I got that, my life is sorted. Rittu, anything you want to say on this?
No, so the thing is that when you, because you're looking at peace and money, and you're saying, see the paradigm, the place where that you're listening to it from is they're contradictory, right? But peace and money is not at all contradictory. But in fact, if you have peace, and when I say if you have peace, means your interactions with people are great, your effectiveness in your relationships is great, then you'll have peace. Correct? What is not peace? Not peace is when you're fighting with somebody. Not peace is when you have an altercation. Not peace is when you've not been able to communicate with somebody. There is never not peace or anything else. Suppose you're missing a deadline. Okay, suppose you're not being able to deliver something and you're working on your computer and you have to make this presentation or whatever. That also involves some human being at the other end. And that some other human being you need to be in interaction with.
Okay, a relationship comes again.
That's what.
It comes again.
Okay.
And that will give you peace and the same action will give you money.
Yeah. See,
how can it be contradictory? It cannot be.
See, mostly this question comes from that either to get money, I have to lose my peace of mind.
Right.
Now, when you're losing your peace of mind, it is always in relationship to someone.
Yes.
It is never in solitude.
Never.
You're sacrificing something, you're compromising something, or some people are eating your brain and all of that. So people don't have access to it.
So example देते कैसे?
बताओ.
I'm just asking. For example, कि कैसे? You're saying directly in proportion to someone.
एक मिनट जैसे अगर कोई वो बैठा है साधु, ठीक है, उसको तो हम समझते हैं ना, उसके पास पीस है, समझते हैं ना, कहाँ बैठा होता है वो?
पहाड़ पे बैठा होता है.
पहाड़ पे बैठा होता है.
अकेले होता है, राइट?
कोई रिश्ता नहीं होता, कोई कुछ नहीं होता, अकेले बैठा हुआ.
तब पीस है.
हाँ.
नहीं तो वहाँ पे पीस है, हमको दिखता है वो.
ठीक है.
राइट?
ठीक है.
तो फिर हमको लगता है कि अब कोई किसी के साथ रहेंगे तो वी हैव टू हैव नो पीस देयर.
तो फिर बेसिकली अगर हम पैसे कमा रहे हैं, क्वेश्चन ऑन मनी, अगर हम पैसे कमा रहे हैं और उसमें हमारी पीस नहीं है, तो आप ये बोल रहे हो कि देयर इज समवन जिससे हमारा रिलेशनशिप नहीं है, दैट्स व्हाई पीस नहीं है.
तुम पैसे कमा रहे हो, पैसे कमाने के लिए तुम्हें किसी के साथ इंटरेक्ट करना पड़ेगा ना. तुम जिसके साथ इंटरेक्ट कर रहे हो वो रिलेशनशिप हो गया ना वहां पे. बिना इंटरेक्शन के तुम पैसे कमा ही नहीं सकते हो.
बिल्कुल ठीक है.
यू कांट.
बिल्कुल ठीक है.
एंड योर पीस एंड दूसरी चीज विदाउट पीस ऑफ माइंड पैसे नहीं कमा सकते. एंड पीस ऑफ माइंड इज ऑलवेज अ फंक्शन ऑफ हाउ यू आर एक्सपीरियंसिंग योर रिलेशनशिप.
It may start making sense.
It is. And that is really why, when Vipin and I started working on it, like when we were working on it, we got that all there is relationships.
और कुछ है ही नहीं. Okay. Exactly. Because.
But we don't look at it like that. We think, अच्छा अभी मेरे को कुछ training चाहिए, अभी मेरे को कुछ effectiveness चाहिए, अभी मेरे को कुछ skills आ जाए तो मैं कर सकता हूँ.
Okay.
Right? या मेरे को कुछ फंड्स मिल जाए.
तो बेसिकली अगर मेरे रिलेशनशिप सॉर्ट हो जाए तो मनी डजंट बिकम
मनी विल बी इन अबंडेंस. सी सपोज you go to a VC, okay, for your project, right? Now what do you think is there?
Relationship.
There is a certain way you're interacting with that VC, or there's a certain way you are, like you have a certain relationship with that person. That relationship defines whether you get the money or not. People who get the money have a sorted out relationship.
Okay. Interesting.
That's why we say all successful people are masters in their relationships.
Nice.
And you would always see it. You would see it for yourself, Parijat. And it's not that, somebody else is doing this. Every one of us has success. Correct? है ना? जितनी चीजों में तुम्हारे लाइफ के सक्सेस है ऑलरेडी, उन चीजों में जहां पे तुम सक्सेसफुल हो, अब देखो, when you created the miraculous thing, okay, what was it between you guys? You were 5 of you?
Relationship. Yes.
So those relationships, what kind of relationships?
मतलब we were like family.
You were like family, right?
Yeah.
And उससे ज़्यादा strong effectiveness कहाँ हो सकती है?
I can say that, And same thing happens, So miraculous में जब हम पहले 10-12 थे, तो we became family. फिर 25 आए तो थोड़ा टाइम बाद वो भी फैमिली बन गए.
Correct.
अब हम 70 people हैं. So now वो भी फैमिली बन गए.
Exactly.
So that's what we're looking at.
Exactly. And there is something that I want to say here. When you say family, that family is not just कि हाँ घर के रिश्ते. घर के रिश्तों में बहुत non peace होता है.
Right.
Ritu, you can answer the third question inside of this one.
Yeah.
Or the fourth one.
Yes, it's working.
How is it taking a relationship? How is taking a relationship in your own hands when it's not going good? Different from being a control freak. Right. So, how do I answer that in this interaction? Okay, whatever. So I got the question. So I was, what I wanted to create with you, Palita, in that was that family, there is a certain relationship you have to family relationships. Okay, why I wanted to bring that up. Everybody doesn't have that. See, some people are going to walk into this day forward with family as the issue.
Not necessarily career as
हम लोग जब आपने रिलेशनशिप को बोला था यही लग रहा था
कि बस फैमिली रोमांस
अपने घर में अपने बीवी बच्चे और
वो इतना अच्छा सेल्स कराया है,
अच्छी हो गई उनका रिलेशन अच्छे कराया,
इतना अच्छा सेल्स कराया, उसके बाद मैं सोच रहा था सेल्स से नेक्स्ट ग्रोथ पे जाएंगे, ये रिलेशनशिप में आगे वो तो हमारे चल ही रहे.
lot of people have said to us, my relationships are very solid, my relationships are very good.
I want effectiveness at my job or at work. That's the next question. Will it address any change in effectiveness in job or work? My friend...
I would like to know who has asked the question. Can we acknowledge that person?
I don't remember.
Yogesh. Yogesh Wadhwani.
Yogesh.
Okay, yeah.
So why I'm not taking names?
Yeah, we
everybody, why we are not taking names of who's asked? Because we didn't seek permission.
Okay, got it.
So I'm not sure whether that person wants it revealed. Or
got it.
So
apologies.
बता दिया नाम
Right.
it can be we never said the full name.
Yes.
और विपिन आपसे apologize करेगा by taking you to dinner or lunch whatever.
Making your sales 3x. Yeah.
No, I will take your effectiveness 5 times.
Yes, 5 times, 10 times.
तो
Yes.
ये जो डे फॉरवर्ड का है चार्ज नहीं है तुम्हारे लिए.
जिसका क्वेश्चन
Anyways, it's priceless.
So it says, will it address any change in effectiveness in job or work? It's very simple. At your job or work, you're never in solitude. Job में क्या है? Work में क्या है? Either you're interacting with clients, or with your boss, or with your subordinate, or with your colleagues. And while you're interacting this way, not all these interactions are effective. Sometimes you're subdued.
Okay.
Sometimes you're dominating. Okay. Sometimes you're frustrated and angry. Sometimes it's going makhan, with some people. So you spend more time there, neglecting the other relationship, and you're actually wasting time. जब वो मक्खन है उसमें क्या करना है ज़्यादा? Work on those ones which are not working. Because if those get resolved, then your effectiveness in work will go up. When people Now people don't get an answer to that. You know what people start doing at work? They start playing politics. This one against that one, this one. Because they have a fear. They are clear that their relationship with that particular person is not going to work. So rather than figuring out how to make that work, they start cutting that relationship.
And manipulating situations.
And that they're not bad people. They just do not have an access to how to make that particular relationship work. Or I would say, how to interact with that particular brain, that particular hardwiring.
Okay.
That's all, because all there is that person's brain, and they don't know how to interact with that. They had no training going to school. Schools never taught this to us. Okay? So, if that is figured out, will there be effectiveness of job? Sure, there will be. And at times, you might have excellent relationship with people at work. Excellent relationship with people at work. But while you're at work, what is happening is people from your home are calling you up who you left disturbed.
Isn't it?
Actually, it happens.
And they give you like 6 missed calls. And you're like, why the hell are you calling? But actually something happened at home. Now that's again is a spiral that starts impacting your job or work. There is such a myth or such an overlap of people thinking that our careers are separate from our relationship.
Okay.
While they're not. In career also there are people, at home also there are people, and all are relationships. And I will answer one more question here. Very interesting. I think I've answered that. Somebody asked, it is impossible to fulfill the expectations of everybody or keep everybody happy. Then how can I have good relationship with all? Especially when the other person do not want the same. Okay. Do you want to answer it your way? Or do you want me to answer?
My way is what way?
Your way is Rittu way.
Rittu clear कर दे फिर उसके बाद.
Your way is the way your brain is hardwired to answer this.
Very nice.
My way is the way my brain is hardwired to answer this.
So you are like a Samsung and he's like an iPhone.
No, I'm the
She's the iPhone. She's the blue collared. Okay.
And both are very effective in
Sorry,
connecting
white collar.
people.
I'm white collared, he's blue collared.
I'm blue collared. Okay.
Okay, so so the thing is that this question is really what the workshop is, the day forward is about. About when we're saying that we want to fulfill the expectations of everybody or keep everybody happy, there is a way that this person's brain is hardwired right now.
Okay.
Look at it. That somebody is happy or not happy is a certain brain hardwiring.
Okay.
I was just thinking when he was talking about that, when you have ineffective relationships, people keep calling up, like your family keeps calling up, and then that messes up your work. It does, right? I was just thinking about it. There are, during the day, Vipin and I, we don't talk.
Okay.
At all.
At all.
Okay.
We have one call at 9:20 or 9:30 when he's coming out of CrossFit. He wakes me up.
Okay.
I wake up at that then. The second, your second wake up.
That's not a call. That's a morning alarm for him.
Okay.
Actually, it is, because the days he doesn't call me up, I get really messed up.
Okay.
Because I don't wake up. So,
Because I don't wake up. 11 तो सोती रहेगी.
I know, phone ही नहीं किया तूने. So, we talk then, and then there is, if we are meeting in the evening, which is not every day, if you're meeting in the evening, then we talk.
Okay. So I thought कि you get messed up because कि कोई बातें करनी थी और वो
नहीं.
मेरा नाम नहीं चला.
Actually, it's not that कि कुछ बातें so because we never have this thing of so there is no question of no question.
उसका ब्रेन अच्छी तरह से हार्डवायरिंग पड़ी हुई है.
ओह तूने किया.
क्या फीड करना पता है.
वैसे one doesn't know who trained the brain, whose brain.
So you feel like she's trained you to feel that you trained her, but actually she trained you.
Which answers that question? How do you keep everybody happy?
Parijat can lead alongside.
I know.
He's getting the sense of it.
So everybody can lead alongside.
Everybody can.
You know, my one of my things about this day forward is, I was participating in the last one, right? So one of my things is that actually, even though we might be standing up front and leading it, we are actually participating with them, with everybody. It is going to be. It is like, I'm really clear that we are bringing this to the table, and there is what people are going to bring to the table, and there'll be a dance together.
Wow. So it's like an inquiry.
It is.
Okay.
It is. And I am also very sure if we ever were to repeat this, it'll never be this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be whatever shape and, where it'll be.
Ritu, I want to answer one more question. It is given, it's a day's workshop.
Yeah.
Is there any pre-work needed? If yes, then what? Now when I'm answering this will answer a lot of other stuff as well. And if you go at our website, it also says that a day forward is made for people with soldier-like mindsets.
Okay.
You know why we say that is soldiers never give up. They're always up to something. Soldiers don't need anybody to push them. Soldiers don't need anybody telling them you go and all of that. Okay, they take commands from whether to go to war or not. But there is no motivation required from anywhere else.
Okay.
Once they've taken an oath, they've taken an oath.
Okay.
This is how my life is going to go and this is what I'm going to fight for, and they're on it. The pre-work which is needed is that you getting hungry.
Okay.
We can't give you hunger. I strongly believe, and I'm sure Ritu believes the same, we can't give anybody hunger. We can give you food to eat, but if you're not hungry, you're not going to take it. The pre-work which is required is that you get hungry, you say, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, versus चल के देखते हैं क्या मिलेगा. My request is those of you coming there, even if you're coming there, okay, कुछ तो value मिलेगी. Some of you have told me, अरे आप lead कर रहे हैं तो कुछ तो value मिलेगी, आप दोनों lead कर रहे हैं तो कुछ तो value मिलेगी. I am saying, create a hunger, create not one thing, 20 things. Don't come with one aspect, come with 100 aspects. Don't come with one relationship, come with 1,000 relationships.
Yes.
That is the pre-work needed. That you got to be hungry. You got to be like 10 o'clock it is starting. You got to be 9:30 standing over there and saying, let me see what I'm going to cause out of here. Then this will be 1,000 times more effective for you than otherwise. And for the last question as well, that it is impossible to fulfill blah 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 blah, whatever you ask for. If you're hungry for it, our promise you're going to get it.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looks like it's going to be an amazing session.
It will be. Like we're very, very clear. It's going to be.
It's going to be phenomenal.
Yeah.
Ritu, one more question. How not to let any toxic relationship affect your state of mind?
So there are no toxic relationships.
Okay, so हम लोग I don't know बीच में भी बोल रहा हूँ. So normally हमें बोलते हैं हम लोग जो विक्टोरी रॉबिन्स के पास गए हो सबके से बात करी तो उन्होंने बोला यार बहुत ज्यादा जो टॉक्सिक रिलेशनशिप होती है तो उन लोगों से प्यार करो लेकिन उनसे टाइम कम कर दो. So अभी don't know अब उसका क्या एक्सेस है, क्या रीजन था या क्या बोला क्या नहीं. Maybe he's talking about relationship जहाँ पर हस्बैंड वाइफ एक दूसरे मारते होंगे कि भाई प्यार नहीं बंद करना उससे लेकिन टाइम कम कर देना है. So I don't know, is there some relation to that?
See, wherever he said it from would be very relevant and appropriate.
In that particular moment for that particular stuff.
And for whatever context, like whatever he was creating there, right?
Yeah.
When I look at this question, how not to let any toxic relationship affect your mind, the relationship is not toxic.
Okay.
Relationship is never toxic.
Okay.
So I can't say many.
बोलते मैं आगे बोल नहीं सकता.
I know. I was going to ask you a question. I said, oh, that will be a big leak out.
it is ineffective.
They're ineffective relationships.
Ineffective, that's all.
Okay.
And I'll tell you, but today's society and today's culture and today's environment has us only look at the toxicity,
Yeah.
Actually,
which is the biggest problem.
सारा टाइम हम ये प्रॉब्लम ही ढूंढते रहते हैं.
Exactly.
अच्छा.
This social media is, there are many things great about it. You can't live without it. We are going live and we are doing all this. Till 4 months back, I never believed in social media. You know, I used to say it's a waste of time. Okay, but then I got that it is a necessity today. You can't be in today's world, and one of the tools of effectiveness is this. But now there's a downside to it as well. You know, people go on social media and think, अरे ये तो इनका तो बड़ा अच्छा है, मेरा तो नहीं है, इसका तो बड़ा बहुत बढ़िया ये left right. I don't want to say things. That's why I'm saying ये मेरा तो नहीं है. Now there is so much of exposure to people, whether they are sitting in one small corner of the country, they can see the entire country on the net. That because of that exposure, we start naming it as the comparison grows. You know, we start naming it as toxic, and because that is all relative. No, that is all relative. That's why you keep naming that all of this. So in today's day and age, we are so forced to look at those stuff. So people don't have an access to anything else. Now, from where we've created a day forward is from a very different place.
Yes, that is the.
And I cannot. Now I'm on the borderline.
Yes.
I cannot step forward because yesterday I got slapped for it.
Slapped.
Who slapped you?
Who slapped you?
That you will not open your mouth.
So that's your daily point.
Fun fact.
तो आपका जो हार्ड वायर उसने चेंज करी थप्पड़ मार के.
थप्पड़ मार के वाह.
ये अभी तो इसको समझ ही नहीं आने वाला. अभी तो चपेट ही समझ नहीं आएगी.
अब समझ आ गया. अब ट्रेनिंग हो गई है.
Yeah. One last question I'm going to take, which is logistics. Somebody asked.
Which has to be answered, I think.
Somebody asked, what is the fee and what does it include? Though I answered that question to him then and there, and that person then next moment registered. So firstly I will give you the logistics. It is happening on 16th December, Sunday, at the Leela Hotel, Gurgaon. It will begin 10 o'clock in the morning, will go on till 9 p.m. at night. It will include lunch and high tea at the Leela, Gurgaon, okay, and tea, coffee, everything. And the fee is 6,000 rupees plus GST, which comes to about 7,080. Okay. And if you want to register, you can either text me or Rittu or send a message on this video. We will get to you, or our team will get to you, and you can. Anything else?
And you can pay by Paytm, you can pay by cash, you can pay by check.
Check, whatever form you can.
No credit card.
Any last things? We are at 9:40.
There's a question from Taru Chandra. She is asking,
Oh.
will you
Again,
be
you're taking
delving?
names.
Sorry.
Don't
Okay.
worry, it is on
It's
live,
on
so-
live. So yeah, delving in our relation.
Will
Hi.
you be dwelling?
In our relationship with ourselves. Delving in our relationship with ourselves.
This
Yeah.
is Ritu's favorite.
And we have another question from Robin Sarkar 3000. How professional and personal relationships are differently treated in sales?
Yeah. Ritu, you answer the first one.
Because the sales one is your question,
Yeah.
right?
How does sales right.
Relationship is mine, sales is yours. No, the way we've designed it also, all the sharing, the professional sharing is his, personal sharing is mine. I mean, it's not that I'm not professional. So,
And it's not that I'm not personal.
very personal, very slap भी लगा था यार इसको. अच्छा, so Taru, to answer your question, yes. Answer is yes.
Okay.
She said, will we be dwelling into our relationship with ourselves?
Right.
Absolutely. There is a whole conversation where we will be actually looking at your relationship to yourself.
Super cool. Yeah.
And Robin, according to me, personal and professional are no different. It's a myth.
Exactly.
It's only one kind of a brain and the other kind of a brain. and what relationship that brain has to the other, or how that brain is trained to deal with that kind of brain, and that brain is trained to deal with this kind of a brain.
That's a lot of brain.
There's nothing else. And we gonna train you in dealing with any kind of brain. But I love your inquisitiveness. I love the question. Okay. So, Riya, with this, we're gonna
Sign off.
What we do want to say, we know that today's broadcast has not been very good. There has been network issues.
The Insta is rocking. Facebook, we need to talk to somebody.
talk to Facebook.
No, so I know that people have messaged.
Relationship with Mark Zuckerberg.
Yes! Let's bring effectiveness in that. How about
So
it?
we will be posting a video which Devishi's been taking, I think.
Yeah.
At least we'll get bits and pieces of the conversation. We will post all of them on the Facebook, so that people who were there, we want to thank you for being there. Thank you for connecting, and Sunday morning, being in this conversation. Sundays is usually a family day, so we really appreciate you people giving us that opportunity.
And any message for people who are still joining, joining late? Are you going to go live for them, one more time, some other time? Anything that you want to say?
Not at the moment. I don't think we have anything planned at the moment.
Nothing planned is yet. We shall see you at a day forward.
Yes.
If you haven't registered, do that so.
And
See
do
you on
that soon
16th.
because we need to get the
Yeah.
logistics.
Next week, the live is at Leela.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.